All right. Hey guys, this is Kristen with Living Well Essentially, and tonight we are on with Regina, who's going to do our Mindful Minutes presentation. Travel is good for the body, mind, and soul. And we're really excited to have Regina. I know I am because Regina has been my friend for a really long time. Our boys met when they were about 5 or 6 years old at Woodlake Elementary, and they did Cub Scouts together. They became best buds. Regina and I braved a camping trip together with these boys, and we have formed a friendship over the years, and over the years she has developed a love of travel, and now that her son is stationed in Alaska, she is pursuing that passion and that love as a travel agent. So Regina's going to talk to us tonight about why travel is good for the body, mind, and soul. So, all right, Regina, it's all you.
All right, thank you. Good evening, everyone. My name is Regina, and I am a vacation consultant for Expedia Cruises in Mandeville, Louisiana. And so, like Kristen said, we have been friends a very long time. We did brave a camping trip, which I would not say was good for my soul at the time. But we have been friends for a very long time. And so I'm very happy that she invited me on here to talk to you guys about traveling. Something that is my passion. I love it, and so I'm here to talk to you guys about that, to let you know that it is good for the body, mind, and soul. Okay, so first of all, I want to start the tone for the meeting. So you see, take me anywhere. I could just stare at this picture all day. It's beautiful, and I could go anywhere that picture is, so it would not matter to me. But I am going to go to the next slide, which is another picture. And so to set the tone, I would like you guys to take a couple of minutes to relax, to imagine yourself sitting under this palm tree, listening to the waves. Wanted to keep it really short, but I know you guys, if you're like me, I can imagine myself sitting there with a glass of wine, just saying. Uh, traveling is very good for you. Just looking at this, staring out at the water, it relaxes you, it calms you, it brings you to a place it makes you feel good inside. So we're going to talk about a few things. This slide right here is some questions that we ask ourselves. How many times have you wanted to take a vacation and thought, I have too much to do? Okay. I know we do that. There's times when there's just things going on at work. We're just like, I want to take a vacation, but I can't. And you just continue to work because you want to accomplish things at work. The next question, how many times have you complained about how exhausted you are, but without doing anything about it? So you're exhausted and you know you are, but you're continuing to push yourself. You're continuing to burn yourself out. Another question is, how many times have we been frustrated by the long hours that we're working without giving ourselves rest? That is the key. Rest, relaxation has to be a part of our lives. Okay. I know we can relate to these questions, so let's see how some of the things that, we can do to get ourselves out of that. Putting off a vacation or traveling has people suffering with being overworked, overwhelmed, and overwrought. Even now, some people take a vacation or travel and they admit that they're still working while they're on vacation. They come back stressed out even more because they couldn't enjoy their vacation while they were there because they were continuing to do things for work. I know I've experienced, I believe everybody's experienced that feeling. I know I used to get super happy when I was going on a cruise. Reason being is because I wouldn't turn on my internet so nobody could reach me. So if I took a 7-day cruise, I was literally in another world, off, relaxing, forgetting about all the cares in the world, enjoying it for 7 days, and nobody could get in touch with me. I literally would just take out my cell phone to take pictures, and that's it. Taking time off is good for you mentally and your physical health, and you come back more productive and effective. It's actually a win-win situation for you and for your company. This leads to the first advantage of taking a vacation or traveling. So the first advantage to taking a vacation or traveling or taking a break is stress reduction. We all want to relieve stress in our lives, and vacation and travels is one way to do that. A study has been released by the AP Association. It concluded that vacations work to reduce stress by removing people from the activities and the environments that they associate stress with and anxiety. So after taking time off from work, vacationers have few stress-related physical complaints, such as headaches, backaches, heart irregularities, and they still feel better 5 weeks later. So taking a vacation has big advantages because you do de-stress. You do realize you feel very different. You feel good about yourself. You're relaxed. You're in a different mindset. So sometimes I would tell people, start your vacation off by going to the spa, getting a massage. Put yourself into that mindset. Start the benefit off early in the vacation so that it's longer lasting. Don't wait till the end of vacation to take a massage and realize you should have done this from the beginning. It helps set the mood. It helps relax you. So the next advantage to taking a vacation is heart disease prevention. And that's something I don't think a lot of people associate the two with, but there have been studies that have showed that people who do not take vacations are more likely to suffer from a heart attack than those who took one at least once a year. This is because working nonstop leads to chronic stress and other issues that affect the body. Stress is one of the biggest contributors to heart disease. So if taking a vacation at least once a year will help reduce the chances of heart disease, then you have nothing to lose by taking a vacation. You actually have something to gain. Of course, I'm not a doctor, so I'm putting that disclaimer out there. But I am just saying that some of the studies that I have read and looked at saying time off is very important for your health. There's so much information about the benefits of taking a vacation. Like I said, we're not going to touch all of them tonight. I'm only touching on a few very quick, short, simple ones that I found, but there is a whole bunch. If you have taken a vacation, if you've taken a break, you understand what it feels like. So talking to you guys, I know you understand this. Looking at this picture, you can see yourself and it relaxes you. I don't think anybody looking at a picture like this would say that they're stressed, okay? So it really does have its benefits. The next one advantage that we have is better sleep. Restless nights and disruptive sleep are common complaints, often stemming from the fact that we simply have too much on our minds. We can't stop the chatter. It affects our sleep. We hear it, we get up, we realize we forgot to do something at work, and we're up 4 o'clock in the morning trying to remember all the things that we need to do when we actually have to step in the office for the next day. Lack of sleep leads to less focus, less alertness, impaired memory, increased likeliness of accidents, and a decreased quality of life. Vacations can help interrupt these habits that disrupt sleep, like working late into the night or watching a backlit screen before bed. Those are some of the things that we don't realize what we do. Well, we're on the phone, we're checking our emails until we literally put the phone down to go to sleep. No, stop looking at the phone an hour before going to bed. Try to relax. Try to get yourself into a different mindset, because those things keep your body going and going and going. Those are the things that we do constantly. That's why I say when you go to sleep, then it's disrupted, because now you're thinking about, what do I need to do for the next day? What did I forget to do at work? These are the things that I have to do. We technically really never shut off. But when we take vacations, when we travel, that's a big time that we can take and stop and just don't think about anything else. You're not thinking about what's at work. Eventually, you might think about it the first day, but that's it. After a while, it's like, okay, you know what? I'm going to enjoy this. As long as they don't call you, as long as you don't call them, you will start to enjoy your vacation. So if you have the stress from work and you find your sleep is being disrupted because of anxiety or tension, you take the time and reset your sleep pattern. This is not just for vacations, but it's for in general. Reset yourself. That's what traveling does. That's what vacation does. It resets your body. It resets your mind. It resets your soul, because you have to stop. You have to stop and basically smell the roses. You have to stop and lay out and enjoy the beach and lay out and just do those things. So taking a vacation has the chance to get you back in the habit of getting the recommended 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Because if you're like me, you're on vacation, you're going to take some naps in between, just saying, because you're going to enjoy your time in relaxing. This can help you get back into a healthy routine. I understand it takes 21 days to create a habit. I understand that, but at least you will feel better about yourself, and you will feel better about taking that time to say, you know what, I'm going to go take a nap. I'm going to rest. So at night you cut off everything because you want to take that time, because you know what it makes you feel like the next day. Listen to your body. Rest and relax. Your body is going to tell you. That's the biggest thing. Out of all these things, when you are tired, your body tells you. So it's just taking the time out to listen to our body, to understand what our body is telling us. I don't know about you, but looking at this picture, I definitely could see myself taking a nap in this hammock on the beach. Just saying, it puts you in a mindset. And it's not saying everywhere you travel is going to have a beach, everywhere you travel, but you can take the time to rest and relax. I've actually seen during this quarantine time, which I thought was the cutest things, they had people who recreated cruises at their home. Okay, that has to take, it takes creativity, but I thought it was the cutest thing, because they understood, even though they were on vacation or even though they were quarantined and they couldn't go anywhere, their bodies still needed to rest, relax, have fun, and enjoy the moments. So I've seen people take the lounge chairs and grab a glass of wine and sit in their living rooms with the TV on, with the screen, as I showed you guys in the beginning, the YouTube of the video of the beach and the waves going. And I've literally seen people there and just relax and see, this is resetting their mind. Even though they're not stepping foot out their house, it is still putting you in a state of mind and relaxing you. Today, Kristen had a Facebook Live, and she's doing a 30-day challenge about changing your habits and your mindset. So she's doing that on the Living Well Essentially page. So that's something you guys might want to check out, because it does help to create new habits and create your mindset and change things. And even though when it comes to work and us trying to just relax is very hard, but it takes a while for us to get into the habit and in the mindset of a change. Okay. The last thing that we're going to touch on that is an actual advantage is improved productivity. Okay, so I love this little picture here because it says how to be more productive at work. So you schedule your to-do list, you do not multitask, you set deadlines for winding your day and getting rid of personal distractions. Well, I feel They left a most important thing. Also take breaks, also take vacations, because if you don't, you are not going to be more productive at work. It's only going to snowball and it's going to be worse. You're going to continue to get stressful, things pile up, and it's not going to be until you have a breaking point to where you have to stop. And so you don't want to do that. So I feel they missed a very important one, which is take vacations, take a break, take some time off just to travel or just to get away from work. So when we're in our constant rush of being productive, we often undermine our capability to regularly perform at our highest levels. So getting more done in less time allows us to get ahead, but it takes constant focus for us to be productive. There are several studies that show that employees that take time off were significantly more productive overall than those who spend more time just working. People are more productive when they're well rested and they can focus. So you can be doing a million things at work. Yes, you're getting things done, but is it still being productive? Are you focusing? Are you concentrating on what you're doing? Or are you creating and completing a bunch of things but have a bunch of mistakes, which in the end now you have to go back and redo? Instead of concentrating on it, focusing on it, completing it, getting it off your list to where you don't have to touch it again. And so that's where some people don't understand productivity. Yes, you want to do 100 things at one time, but if you don't do them productively, if you don't focus on it, if you don't stay constant, then it's not going to work. So when you come off a vacation, you come back to work, people can tell, your boss can tell, you're relaxed, you're easygoing, you're happy, you're not stressed. So believe you me, if you ask anybody when you come off vacation, if you have coworkers and your boss and you come off vacation, that first week, trust me, they get a lot out of you because you're actually rested, you're focused, and you're able to produce more. And you're not as stressed, okay? I like this saying here. It says, travel and change of place impart new vigor in the mind. Overall, travel is good for the body, mind, and soul. Right now, with everything that's going on, we know it's very hard to travel, to go places with everything that's going on in the world right now. But take the time out to make the most of the break that you can. If you can't travel physically, travel, because they have places online that you can look at different museums in different places. You can go to different resorts. For example, Sandals had an all-inclusive has all-inclusive resorts in Jamaica and St. Lucia. They have over-the-water bungalows, and they actually did several virtual tours. So literally, you can grab your glass of wine, sit back, and enjoy looking at paradise, even though you're not there. It's taking you there. You're looking at it, you're relaxed, you're a little bit more at ease of what's going on around you. So you can travel, even though you physically can't travel right now. There's a lot of places that are actually doing, like I said, the online virtual tours. So, and you just take a few minutes, few moments, 30 minutes, an hour, watch the virtual tours, imagine yourself there and live in the moment and enjoy what's going on. Don't think about distractions, take everything out and just focus on looking at that place, that thing that you have never seen, and imagine yourself there. And once you do that, you're relaxed, your blood pressure comes down, you're in a different state of mind. So take those 30 minutes, take the time out every now and again to do those things. Your mind, your body, your soul will thank you for taking a break, because it needs that. And it's telling you that in certain things, and you just, sometimes we don't listen. So here is my last slide, which just has my information on it. If anybody wants to contact me, it has my email address and it has my website. You can go on the website and actually look up any of the vacation tools you can look at to see where you want to go, if you want to schedule something, or if you just are interested in looking at a vacation. Right now, we do have people that are planning vacations for next year. So I understand a lot of people have questions, what's going on with the situation. Certain areas are not open right now. Some are. Some people are still taking vacations or planning them out to the end of the year. You guys, trust me. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Honestly, we never do. But if you're planning a vacation, usually you plan it 6 months to a year in advance, and it gives you something to look forward to. So there's a lot of options out there. Just some, excuse me, sometimes we need that. Sometimes if even just in planning it and looking hopeful for what's about to come up, it puts you in a better state of mind. You're counting down. I'm about to go on vacation. Trust me, you still are doing yourself a favor. So I understand there's possibly a lot of questions in regards to what's going to happen with travel. We just have to take it a day at a time. Like I said, we don't know what's going to happen day to day, but at least try to, at the end of the day, decide to travel, whether it is virtual, it is physical. Try to travel, set time out for yourself to actually go to another place and relax. So thank you, Kristen, for having me. I hope I was able to touch on everything you wanted to do. I know I kind of went really quick, but
No, that was perfect, actually. Let's see. Is there any way to, well, I didn't know if there's a way to minimize the screen that's on there now, so that
yeah.
they can see both of us, because I'm going to post your contact information in the event, so that way people can get in touch with you. I think, yeah. So I'm going to post your contact information in the event. That way people can get in touch with you and start planning their vacations for the end of the year, for next year. I don't know if my husband's listening, but I caught on to over the water bungalows. I'm just saying that sounds amazing, and maybe we can start the countdown to that. You
Yes.
know, I
Yes.
believe I get a honeymoon redo, so
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
um,
And trust me, if you look at it, you'll be like, oh, we need to go.
yeah, overwater bungalow sounds amazing.
Oh,
Um,
it's awesome.
so, but I wanted to ask you, because you have traveled way more than I have. What is your favorite place? Where have you gone that is absolutely your favorite place you would highly recommend going to?
Out of all the places, I've done a lot of cruises, as you know. So,
Hmm.
and no, I have not been all over the world, but my favorite place is the Cayman Islands.
Okay.
It was nice. I loved it. It was really quaint, beautiful. It was just, it had that relaxed tone. You wasn't rushed. You could just take your time, walk through. You wasn't hassled
Hmm.
to buy a lot of stuff. It literally, excuse me, was the best place. I would love to go there again, and that was the Cayman Islands.
Cool. Cool. So the virtual tours you were talking about, do you post those on your personal page so that, or do people just go to the website?
I can post some on my personal page, but they do have, and they actually have a lot of, like, for instance, if anybody is interested in sandals, not only can you go on their website, but you can also go to YouTube.
Okay.
YouTube has a lot of them, like the overwater bungalows.
Yeah.
Actually, put in sandals over over the water bungalows, and
Yeah.
it will take you on a nice, beautiful tour.
I'm gonna be like tagging him. Like, did you hear that?
But
Are
I
you
mean, if
watching?
you right, but if you guys think of any place that you're interested in, I definitely would look to see if there's anything that is a virtual tour for you guys to see, because people, I mean, they are doing a lot of those right
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you so very much.
Thank you
Because
for having me.
I mean, I know a lot of us are getting restless with the quarantine and,
Yes.
summer is okay, it's gone. Kids are back in school, we're about to start the
Mhm.
holidays. But honestly, we do need something to look forward to in the new year, maybe next summer, that we can start traveling again, start enjoying cruises again, and be able to, you know, put ourselves back in a good mindset and
Right.
reset ourselves. And you're right. I mean, the best time to reset your habits is when you're on vacation because you're taking a break from the norm. And so a lot of times if you take a week off or 2 weeks off, by the time you get back, you're out of that routine, that old routine, and it's a good time to start fresh. So that's definitely a good time
Yes.
to start new habits. So
Yes.
all right, girl. Well, thank you so much, and I
Thank
will
you for
talk to you
having me.
soon.